Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Here's a complete breakdown of the challenges in maintaining optimal occupancy in a call center, organized into operational, workforce, and technology dimensions. Let's begin with the workforce and staffing challenges that directly affect occupancy in a call center. First, consider the challenge of unpredictable call volume. Seasonal spikes, unexpected outages, or even a well-timed marketing campaign can cause call volumes to surge. When this happens, agent occupancy can shoot past safe operating levels. The result? Burnout for staff, declining service levels, and ultimately a poor customer experience. Next, we face attrition and absenteeism. In our industry, high turnover is a constant reality. Add to this the impact of unplanned leaves, and suddenly your available staffing pool shrinks. With fewer agents handling the same workload, occupancy rises sharply, often forcing remaining staff to carry the extra burden. This not only threatens service level compliance, but also feeds back into the cycle of attrition. And finally, shift adherence issues. Even the best staffing plan can unravel if agents start their shift late, extend their breaks, or log off early. Each of these behaviors creates unpredictable swings in occupancy. A plan that looked balanced on paper quickly collapses in practice, leaving queues growing and service levels slipping. In short, workforce and staffing challenges are not just about having enough people. They are about having the right number of people, at the right time, following the right schedule. Any deviation, whether from call spikes, attrition, or adherence gaps, creates instability that pushes occupancy beyond optimal levels. Now, let's turn to the forecasting and planning challenges that shape occupancy management in a call center. The first major challenge is inaccurate demand forecasting. If we underestimate call volume, staffing levels fall short of what's required. The immediate effect is a spike in occupancy, agents are stretched too thin, burnout sets in, and service levels quickly decline. On the flip side, if we overestimate demand, we risk overstaffing, wasted payroll costs, and idle time. Accurate forecasting is therefore the cornerstone of stable occupancy. Next, consider the multi-channel complexity of today's environment. Customers don't just call anymore, they chat, email, message through social media, or even switch channels mid-interaction. Balancing occupancy across these channels requires sophisticated workforce management models that can predict demand patterns not just for calls, but for every digital touchpoint. Without this balance, you risk agents sitting idle in one channel while queues pile up in another. And finally, the need for real-time adjustments. Even the most carefully designed static schedule can be rendered obsolete by an unexpected demand surge, whether it's a product outage, a viral campaign, or a sudden weather event. In these moments, WFM teams must make agile, data-driven adjustments. That means reforecasting on the fly, redeploying staff across channels, and leveraging overtime or callbacks. The ability to pivot in real time is what separates resilient call centers from those that crack under pressure. In short, forecasting and planning challenges are about predicting accurately, balancing intelligently, and adjusting quickly. Without all three, occupancy will always swing to extremes. Finally, let's explore the agent productivity and behavior challenges that influence occupancy in a call center. The first factor is longer average handle time, or AHT. When calls become more complex, or when agents lack immediate access to knowledge resources, they remain engaged with each customer for longer than expected. While this may seem like just a few extra minutes, across hundreds of calls it drives occupancy upward, leaving fewer agents free to answer new interactions. Next, we encounter after-call work delays, often known as ACW. Every agent must wrap up documentation, update systems, and complete follow-up tasks after a call. But if this process is inefficient or prolonged, it reduces their availability for the next customer. The longer the ACW, the more it inflates occupancy across the floor. And lastly, performance variability. Not every agent works at the same pace or skill level. Some are seasoned experts, able to resolve issues quickly, while others are still climbing the learning curve. This creates uneven occupancy, where one group is consistently stretched thin, while others may have idle time. Left unaddressed, these disparities impact not only service level but also team morale. In short, agent productivity and behavior challenges are about consistency and efficiency. By equipping agents with the right tools, knowledge bases, and coaching, we can stabilize occupancy and ensure that customer demand is handled smoothly and fairly across the team. Now let's examine the technology and infrastructure constraints that can directly influence occupancy in a call center. The first is legacy telephony systems. Outdated platforms often suffer from slow call routing, frequent downtime, or integration gaps with modern tools. Each delay adds to call queues, keeping customers waiting and pushing agent occupancy higher. In extreme cases, even a short outage can derail an entire day's service level performance. Next, the absence of AI-powered forecasting. Traditional methods leave staffing adjustments reactive rather than proactive. By the time managers notice rising queues, occupancy has already spiked. AI-driven forecasting, on the other hand, predicts surges before they occur, enabling preemptive staffing moves that protect both service levels and agent well-being. And finally, limited self-service and automation. When customers have too few options for resolving issues on their own, such as IVR menus, chatbots, or knowledge bases, a greater share of interactions flow directly to live agents. This inflates call volumes unnecessarily and puts constant pressure on occupancy. Effective self-service isn't just about convenience for customers, it's also a powerful lever for stabilizing workforce demand. In short, technology and infrastructure constraints remind us that systems matter as much as staffing. Without robust, modern, and intelligent tools, even the best workforce strategies can collapse under pressure. Finally, let's look at the service level and quality balance, a delicate dimension that directly ties occupancy to customer experience and financial outcomes. The first consideration is the cost versus quality trade-off. If we reduce occupancy too aggressively, we risk overstaffing, which drives labor costs upward and lowers overall efficiency. But if we allow occupancy to run too high, agents experience fatigue, their average handle time stretches longer, and customer satisfaction drops. Striking the right balance is therefore essential. Too far in either direction and both cost and quality suffer. The second challenge comes from strict SLA targets. Many centers operate under commitments like the 80-20 rule, 80% of calls answered within 0 seconds. To meet such targets while keeping occupancy at healthy levels, leaders must execute precise, often real-time, workforce adjustments. This includes rebalancing resources across queues, activating cross-trained staff, or flexing self-service tools to stabilize performance. In short, service level and quality balance is about finding the sweet spot, keeping customers satisfied, agents productive, and costs under control, all at the same time. It's the art and science of occupancy management at its most strategic level. Finally, we must not overlook the customer behavior factors that influence occupancy in subtle but powerful ways. The first is the impact of repeat callers. When a customer's issue isn't fully resolved the first time, it often leads to additional calls. Each repeat contact adds unplanned demand into the system. This inflates occupancy unexpectedly and can quickly overwhelm even a well-staffed center. High repeat volume is not just a service problem, it's a driver of inefficiency and agent stress. The second factor is the patience threshold of customers. Some callers will abandon the queue if their wait time exceeds what they are willing to tolerate. On the surface, this might reduce immediate load, but in reality, it creates volatility. Abandoned calls often turn into repeat attempts or escalate into complaints through other channels. These sudden shifts in queue load make staffing harder to predict and occupancy harder to control. In short, customer behavior factors remind us that occupancy is not only about workforce supply, it's also about customer demand patterns. When resolution is high and wait times are fair, customer behaviors stabilize, making occupancy far more predictable. Another critical dimension in managing occupancy is change management and adoption challenges. The first hurdle is resistance to AI and automation. As new technologies like forecasting engines, chatbots, and real-time dashboards are introduced, agents or even supervisors may resist adopting them. Sometimes it's fear of job loss, sometimes it's a lack of trust in the system, and other times it's simply a preference for the old way of working. This resistance slows down adoption, reducing the effectiveness of tools that were designed to stabilize occupancy and improve efficiency. The second challenge lies in training gaps. Building workforce flexibility often means cross-skilling agents to handle multiple queues, voice, chat, email, or even social channels. But cross-training takes time, planning, and consistent reinforcement. Without it, workforce adaptability remains low, and the center struggles to rebalance occupancy when demand shifts suddenly across channels. In short, change management and adoption challenges are about people, not just processes. The best tools and forecasts mean little if the workforce isn't trained, engaged, and willing to embrace change. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.